Hey guys, me Dave. Thanks for the comments and all that stuff, you guys. It's what, Friday night, sitting here. It's 9 o'clock Central Time. So let's see. Today would be, I don't know. Monday's the 10th, so I suppose it's the 8th today. And I'm still going through it, you guys. I think something's gonna happen next year. I really do think something's gonna happen next year. And I know some of you guys are doubtful, but there's stuff happening. I'm not really going to go into detail, but um, there's stuff happening. Things are changing. I think this is. I think this has been 10 years in the making. I think they're letting it come out. I do think it's going to come out next year, but they're letting it come out. I do think it's going to hit mainstream media again, but I think they're going to be talking about civilians that are being hit. I do think this is the agenda. What's the end game? Is it for more control, more laws, more? I don't know. That Jesse guy, he was on Alex Jones 3 times in 1 week. I do think he will make his way to mainstream media and talk about civilians going through this. Um, like I say, I think he may be somebody else. Um, but I do think they are bringing this out on purpose. Dr. Duncan said it would come out in 25. Uh, and I do think that's what's happening. I think they're slowly getting the public prepared. Um, like I say, Alex Jones, they got 1.5 million views on X. That's just X, you guys. He's all over the world, so other platforms and everything else. So just on X, he got over 1 million views when they were talking about this. So slowly, I think next year, really something's going to happen. Um, just by stuff that I see, even from some government officials and stuff. So hang in there, you guys. I'm still going through it. I'm still not walking, obviously. Something's got to happen with me to try to get this fixed so I can walk again. I miss my dogs. Now I can't even have Max up here uh, at all, So they took that away from me. I'm not going to have him come up here and have him thrown up and all that type of stuff. So I'm not going to have him at all right now. So that's what they do. I mean, they just destroy us. There was a new documentary that came out. It's on YouTube. They put some of it on X. I think it's called Tech Native, I think is the YouTube channel, and X channel, uh, or uh, I don't, X screen name or whatever. Tech Native. So they put out yesterday. I think they put out a documentary about this, and they had some TIs on there. They had some history of these programs and stuff like that. That Jesse started a petition trying to get people to sign to declassify these programs and stuff like that. They are blaming the government for this, um, and stuff. So hopefully it'll come out and it'll stop or something. Like I said, I don't know if it's for more control, more laws, maybe more laws in the private sector because they're catching up with this. you know, and stuff. They were even talking about a new company that came out, tech company that that Jesse was talking about. He said there's a company out there that say a psychopath rapes somebody or victimizes somebody in some way, they can use this tech to make the perpetrator feel with this technology. They can make the perpetrator, even if he's a psychopath, they can make him feel exactly the way he put his victim through. So he said they could get 50 years in prison, and they could, I don't know if you want to say torture the perpetrator, but they can torture him for 3 minutes and it'll feel like 50 years. I don't know if it'll feel like 50 years, but that's what they said. So if that's where this is going, if they're going to take murderers and rapists and people like that have no feelings and put them through what they put their victim through, where they can actually make them feel empathy, that could be a goal of what they're going to use this technology for too. So I think it's coming out. I think they're letting it come out, you guys. And I think we're going to be brought into it, where there's civilians out there being tortured to hell and stuff like that. And that's where I think it's going. Whether, I don't know if it'll stop next year, but we're heading in the way of this coming out. This has been the agenda for 10 years, you guys. We all started going through this in 2015, 2016. I know some of us started in 2012. Mine actually did start in 2012. They were kind of hitting me. I wasn't being tortured, but I knew something was going on with jobs and stuff like that. So we're getting there. It's 10 years. We're being tortured for 10 years to fill out this agenda, So Trump being reelected is no accident. They knew he was going to win. They encouraged him to run again, and stuff like that. All this stuff is no accident, you guys. The government shutdown is no accident. It's part of the agenda. All the agents out in the field, all the National Guard everywhere. I think they're even in Minnesota now, Minneapolis, St. Paul. This is not happening by mistake, you guys. It's part of the agenda. All the other stuff is what do you call it? I can't think. All this other stuff is distractions for what's really going on and what can really happen next year. I'm excited. I think it's going to be chaotic. I think it's going to get worse. But I also think that they're going to have more committees on this. It's going to be on the news with civilians and stuff like that. I really think this is part of the plan. They want it to come out. They're letting it come out. And hopefully it'll stop for all of us, you guys. So anyway, that's what's going on. They're torturing the hell out of my feet right now. I want to walk. There's nothing wrong with me. I want to walk. And I'm here sitting like some kind of invalid, crippled person that can't walk, can barely get onto the bathroom, So it's not getting better. It's getting worse for me. They won't let me go to therapy. They ruined it. They won't let me go to doctor's appointments. Oh, another thing, my mom. Okay, my mom is 81, right, you guys? Yes, was it yesterday? Day before yesterday, she was taking the dog for a walk and she fell and broke her wrist. Now, she is part of it, and I don't bring this up all the time, but she is involved in some street theater with the neighbor and all this stuff. And, these people have no empathy. They don't even stop. I'm talking to my mom. She has a broken wrist. She's in pain. She's going to a specialist on Tuesday. My sister's taking her and all this stuff. And these people do not give a shit about anything, about anyone, about nothing, you know? So, anyway, cut stuff. I'm going to go lay in bed here pretty soon and drink some water and I don't know, watch some TV. Can't sleep half the time, you guys. I'm up a couple times a night and all that stuff. So I'll talk to you guys later. Hang in there. It's if you say it's gonna stop, you guys, the perps say it's not gonna stop. If you say it's not gonna stop, they're gonna say, well, help is coming. It's gonna stop. So it's a flip flop game. That's the way it is. So hang in there, you guys. I'll talk to you later.